So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So, we got the download for the treasure map now, and as expected, it's a summer batch featuring Straw Hat units. Going to be 3 parts like usual, and the new units is a new Chopper, Nami, and Robin. So, we're going to talk about them, we're going to look at the step ups and such. I want to say that a lot of people have been surprised by stuff with this Sugofest. So I thought I'd start by repeating a bit about how Trash Map Sugofest works. Basically, there are two different types of Trash Map Sugofest. First, we have when a new legend debuts. And then we have when a new legend does not debut. When a new legend debuts, like we got a higher legend rate, and in general the steps are worse. And also all of the new units are permanent. But when a new legend does not debut, we get better steps, but the units are limited and in general basically never rerun. Summer might be different, like last year for summer they rerun some Trash Map recruits. So these units might rerun in the future, we don't know. Another thing that's been the case with normal Trash Map Sugos lately is that the latest Trash Map legend is available on all parts, as you can see with Blackbeard here. And of course the Toboropo batch is available too, but it's a bit weird because it doesn't feel like the Toboropo legends work at all with this batch except for Nami. And the only one of the Toboropo batch that you can use as captain is really Black Maria, but then Chopper and Robin are not boosted, so it's just a very weird batch in general. It really feels like the Toboropo batch was missing something. Like we should have had a Blitz this month. We didn't get it. Maybe we get it with Film Red. Who knows? Anyway, let's look at the steps. Discount is 30 gems. Third multi is new character. 5th is a legend. 7th is a new character. And 10th is a new character. And this is like usual. This is the usual steps. I was able to write out the steps without checking the Sugofest. It's the same as it always is when there is no debut legend. So let's look a bit at the units. I'd say that the new units are pretty good, not gonna lie. Nami seems to be the highest booster, and I also say that she is the least valuable to own. So that's actually a huge plus, because if you do quite a few multis like I'll do, the one likely to get shafted on is the highest point booster due to lower rates. So knowing that, okay, I can get Robin and Chopper, but I might miss Nami, that's at least a pretty good feeling. So yeah, let's talk a bit about Nami, I guess. Nami is a striker free spirit dex unit, so a pretty classic Nami class and color combination. As you can see here, she has pin shielding and quick damage reduction, so nothing too exciting. Captain ability, -1 CD, 3.75 times attack to dex and psi if you are above 50% HP, otherwise 3 times attack. Good attack for a Treasure Map re-recruit, like we've been used to these having 1.5 times attack. So this is definitely usable in the upcoming Treasure Map as Frank Captain. Special, reduces paralysis bind by 5 turns. Dex and Psi characters get a 2.25 times ore boost for 1 turn. And if you already have an ore boost, you increase it by plus 0.2. So yeah, this is fine. I've said it before, but this is a pretty vanilla special. You do some utility and you do a buff and nothing more. So it's good, but nothing insane, I'd say. We've actually, like this is actually the second time in 3 months that the highest booster was a Dex Nami and a limited Dex Nami. And I say that the last one, which was the Crying Nami Dex unit, she was a lot better, like also did utility, like moving Death Up and Threshold, I think it was. and also giving an attack boost, and also giving the perfect buff so you can get an attack boost the next turn. And yeah, if this Nami also could give an orb boost the next turn, she'd also be really good. But since it's just one turn, it's a bit more iffy. Like, sure, the orb boost is a bit bigger, but the difference between like 2 times and 2.25 times, it's pretty low, I'd say. As Sailor, she makes deck slots matching perfectly fine. Increasing recovery is pretty funny. Of course, basically useless, but... support. All of these units have unique supports. All are perfectly usable and good, but I say Nami is the most niche ones. They only boost the other units appearing in this treasure map. Frankie is the free-to-play unit. And basically, if you use a special that reduces paralysis or bind, you reduce it an additional 1 turn. So basically, this is like the quick re-recruit Brook support we have. Say you use a special to remove paralysis, and the enemy has both paralysis and bind. Basically, use a special to remove paralysis. You remove an additional turn of the paralysis, but you also remove 1 turn of the bind, even if you don't remove bind in your special, because the support procs. But if the enemy has paralysis, and you use this special, and you don't remove paralysis, the special won't proc, so you have to remove paralysis or bind. So yeah, this is a very niche support, but still pretty usable, I'd say. The problem is just that like most of these units already have so many supports. So basically the main attraction here, I'd say, is the paralysis part, especially for Chopper and Frankie. Like Robin already has some revolutionaries that support her, but yeah. Definitely a skippable support. Let's look at Robin. I definitely say she's better than Nami. She even has hunger, very cool. Fighter, Cerebral, Psi. So basically she could be used in local sea monster potentially. Captain ability, 3 times attack to Psi and Dex, and some recovery. Obviously not good, should not be used. She deals 50% her attack in Psi damage to 1 enemy, reduces special bind attack down duration by 5 turns, changes block to matching, and gives a 2.25 times attack boost to Psi and Dex. Really good special, like special bind and attack down is not a super common combo to remove. Also some potential orb manip, and it's very cool to be a Psi unit that does damage and gives an attack boost, because it means you can use the Trash Map Legend Sanji on this Robin, and you do both an attack boost and orb boost to Psi while doing a lot of utility and potential orb manip. So in terms of special, I definitely say that this Robin is the best general unit of this batch. It's actually a very impressive kit, I'd say. Let's look at the Sailors. Completely evades special bind, that's dope. And makes in slots matching, that's really good. Like, that's one of the best slot effects you can have for a Psi unit to make int beneficial. That means you have no bad orbs on the team if you run a mono Psi team, for example, and super valuable in general. Support effects for Nami, Chopper, and Frankie. And yeah, this is very cool. This is basically like the int Croc re-recruit support that supports Robin. Basically final stage, you get -1 CD and -3 special bind. This is very nice because it counters a variety of combos, like you get CD reduction, you get special binded, and this just gives more options to handle it without removing a debuff potentially. And it might be that you can reduce CD but can't handle special bind. So in this case, you can kind of bypass that and help other units on the team to use their specials. It's just a very flexible support, and I know for a fact that the Croc variant of this I've used quite a bit over the years. So I'm sure this will see some good use as well. Very unique support. Finally, We have my favorite unit of this batch. This was a positive surprise actually, the new Summer Chopper unit. Fighter Cerebral, and Captain ability also pretty meh. Cyan Dex gets 2.5 times attack, some HP, and an additional 1.25 times attack. So yeah, it's very low basically. Special. This is cool. First you get the immunity debuff. You can get harder tap timing difficulty and decreased chain multiplier growth rate status for 3 turns. The trash map free-to-play Koala already did the decrease chain immunity, but this is the first unit with the tap timing debuff immunity, and that might actually be very cool, since that's a very annoying debuff when you get it. So we got at least one single way in the game to evade it. That's super dope. You also boost Call Affinity for Cyan Dex characters by 1.75 times for 1 turn, and if hit 2 perfect in this turn, you give Cyan Dex a plus 900 base attack, and that's very low. I talked about it before that base attack boosts are not the greatest. The cool thing with this though, however, is that this is the first base attack buff we're able to get against local sea monster Grand Voyage. And I'm not saying that there's going to be new teams thanks to this. That's too early to say. I doubt it personally. But it means that we at least have the potential now in the future to use versus Shanks. So depending on what units we get in the future, like maybe we get another captain that resists special bind, for example. We can put him as captain. We can put V1 Shanks as friend captain. And we can put versus Shanks on the crew potentially now together with Chopper. Like, there are potential for the future thanks to this, is basically what I'm saying. It's pretty exciting. Chopper has very good sailors too. Sire matching for the crew, not as good as int matching, but still. But it's pretty cool combo with the other crewmate ability that sets all slots to Psi at the start of the quest. That's very good for, say, versus Shanks, for example, in order to let you consume 6 Psi orbs right away to fill up that versus gauge. Just one example. But the thing I like the most about this Chopper easily is his support. It's not hyperbole when I say that this is the most impactful support released this year, at least in my opinion. I'm so happy they finally did a support like this. Can we put on Nami, Robin and Frankie? And basically, final stage, you get a free 70% HP cut and make it easier to hit perfects. Like, that's just mind-blowing. Like, this is the second support overall that was an HP cut final stage. The first was the quick rare crit pudding, but that's a very low HP cut, but this is a very big one. And this has so many uses, in particular like any captain that has a HP related threshold, like say super type Katakuri or super class Brook that won't be low HP, and with this support you can basically reliably guarantee that they will be low enough HP for the final stage just by running a support. That's really good. There are obviously more uses for this, but I'll try them out as I get the Chopper. I also wouldn't mind getting 2 Choppers, because the level 1 support also does the HP cut, but only makes it a little easier to hit perfect. So basically, if you want to have the option to still hit great, to say break a barrier or something, it's nice to have the level 1 support as well. So if I do get 2 Chopper, I'll definitely keep the 2 copies. But yeah, I must say, a very good batch, which is worrying since these are probably limited, so I want to put all of them. But if I get the Chopper and Robin and get shafted for Nami, I'm still okay with it. Nami is the most skippable out of these. But yeah, I'll still do a decent amount, but I won't do an infinite number of multis to get all of them. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.